Yeah, Dirt, man. So who you like in the CFP college football playoff starts tonight, man? We got a big game. Hey, it's a good night for watching sports. I get to watch the game. I get to flip to, well, for me, my Cleveland Cavaliers. We got that bogus boxing match tonight.
What is going on with your Cleveland Cavaliers?
Oh man, they just big trash right now. I mean,
They
I
got
think
the same group, like
mm,
basically. Like, they gotta get it going.
they do. I mean, there's a lot of injuries too. Evan Mobley been out. Darius Garland only been played in 10 of the 27 games,
Okay.
and he's coming off a toe injury. Max Struess is out for they ain't played all year. I mean, not making excuse. They still playing bad.
Did he get the
Beyond,
toe burrow injury?
yeah, turf toe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he
Well,
got.
watch out for that. That hurts.
Yeah, turf toe.
Uh, no, I listen. If you
And
want me
and,
to,
and 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 the boxing match tonight.
if you want me to run it down, Cavs win by 10. Uh, um, man, I think we finally see a pro boxer beat up a YouTuber.
Beat him up. I hope so.
Beat him up.
Okay.
And then the only close one I think here is the Oklahoma Alabama. Man, I've been wavering on this one. I've been back and forth. I haven't been able to make up my mind. I think I kind of settled in on Oklahoma. And the only reason why, elite defense, I think they can force some turnovers. And last year in the CFP first round, all home teams won by double digits. Now, I don't think they win by double digits. I think it's a 4-point to 8-point game. But
Wait, I thought last first round all the home teams lost.
no, they all won by double digits.
Well, the ones that were the second round, they all lost.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was looking at that. So I think that's kind of I've landed on Oklahoma, but I've landed softly, Tate. And I don't know, between now and kickoff, it might go some other way. Tim Lyons, Captain Obvious, we appreciate the watch and the comments here. So y'all real early. We are. It's 8 o'clock CFP. It's been controversial amongst the group, actually. Pay disagreed with it at first. Like, why are we moving it for a college football game? We're a pro football, podcast. I think a lot of our viewership is going to want to watch the 8 o'clock game. And guess what? If you want to watch us at 8 o'clock, you just can't make a comment. You come on in and watch whenever you want.
Yeah, I don't think by 8 o'clock anything will have changed because the college football game won't even have played yet. But yeah, Tim, good deduction, Watson, my friend. We are early.
Correctamundo. Even on the West Coast.
Man, we super early on the West Coast.
That was it was a great game last night on the West Coast. Great game.
Yeah, it was, man. It was. So we were talking about that backstage. What'd you think about that? Did you think Seattle? Or to me, Darnold's still Darnold, right? Darnold did what Darnold does, except he got another chance. That I think Raheem Shaheed saved his back part.
So if you look at the Rams' losses, it's missed field goals, blocked field goals, punt return. That special teams is the only one that gives me any concern. I think their defense has played well. I think their offense has played great. I think right now, I got Matthew Stafford head and shoulders above the rest right now in the MVP voting. I thought they outplayed them, right? And then they just had a couple of weird things and bad special teams plays. But if they play again on a neutral site, if they play again in Seattle, I'm still taking the Rams.
Yeah, I would take the Rams too, and I picked the Rams. I feel like the Rams controlled the game. It's funny, last time Seattle outplayed the Rams, but Darnold had 4 interceptions that game and they lost. and he threw 2 interceptions. One in the red zone, not just the red zone, like inside the 10, the 8 or 7. He threw that interception, and I thought they were cooked then. The defense came out and held. What's the dude name for Rashid Shaheed, the guy that just traded for from the Saints?
Yeah.
He ran that punt return back. Like I said, that gave them new life. Shout out to the homie Mark Cunningham. Thanks, Mark. Everybody, we going early today. We want everybody to be able to check out the college football playoff game. So, and we kind of waiting on Pay. He's working right now, finishing up a call. So, me and B Dirt kind of just shooting a you know what, just till he gets here because we're early. We still got a little time.
Is he working with quotation marks or?
I didn't use air quotes.
Working.
Hey man, everybody has a job. Just does what they have to do, right? So
yeah, I get stuck in it too.
Yeah, I don't know that I didn't say he's working a hard day's work. Just finishing up a call, and sometimes he's been on here and you see his headphones on, switching back and forth. He's actually on a call. So I don't know. But yeah, man, so that was a good game. The Seahawks now control their own destiny. I mean, they already controlled their own destiny, but they're in for home field.
Yeah.
Home field. That could be a tough place to go play up in Seattle, man.
Yeah.
And as
12th man.
12th man, yeah, no doubt. Anything else of mentioning in the sports world or football or college that you want to say something about real quick before we start to get this thing started?
Sports world, college. Now, I mean, I'm kind of interested right now. What I get into the financials and all that kind of stuff with the sports world. I'm kind of interested in what the WNBA got going on, man.
Far as
the demands that they're making on the new collective bargaining agreement, a little bit wild. It's almost like the players are putting the union, putting themselves in a position where the top end is going to make a lot more money and the bottom end is going to suffer. It's a real, I don't know. They're making a lot of weird demands and saying that, they won't play without it. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out for sure.
Right. Shout out Pickens, you big dummy, Mr. Woodsey. Thanks for tapping in. Mark Malone. You people that are here with us, like I said,
got the notification and came home early. Yeah.
or just joined us early. They could be on their devices.
Well, I was making more of a reference like Big Mama came out and yelled at you before the street lights went off. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was young, I was the oldest of my brother and sister, and my dad had this voice, man. My brother's name is Damien. My brother had to be home before the street lights came on. My brother's 4 years younger than me. So, you and my brother the same age, B Dirt. He's a month older than you. But he would come outside and the whole neighborhood, this we lived in Youngstown or be in Youngstown for the summer. I moved from Youngstown. I was like 6, 7 years old. But he come out and say, my brother's name is Damien. My dad said, Damien? Say his name real loud. You could just see shock on my brother's face, like, oh, I better get my butt home.
Gotta go. It's funny because, I grew up where there were no street lights. My dad put one up. My dad put a light up above the garage. It looked like a basketball. We had a little half-court basketball court. And it was that light. When that light automatically kicked on, it was a setup, same as just had the sensor on it. So when it got dark, it turned on. When it turned on, back in the house. A lot of times they'd let me go back out and, shoot hoops a little bit longer if I wanted to. But I had to come in the house at that point in time, and it was dinner, and it was making sure we had everything done and everything. It's pretty sweet.
What the homie Mark Malone say, B Dirt?
He said, we rode bikes thousands of miles after dark in my neighborhood.
Yeah. Thousands of miles. I mean, I think everybody has their different stories. B Dirt, I was going to say something. Go ahead.
He said it wasn't a worry. I don't think it was. My parents were worried about me. It was just I need to get my butt in and make sure if there was any homework, if there's anything that needed done around the house. I had all that stuff done. Like I said, they let me go back out sometimes, but
I don't know how. And first, I want to say, because you brought it up, your dad put a the garage light out that came on obviously when the sun went down, right? Like when the daylight went away, the light would come on.
Yep.
And nah, man, just shout out to Mr. Harry. Your dad was a cool dude, man. How long has it been since he passed away now?
Oh man. 13 years, March.
It's been that long?
Yeah.
I would have said 10, 13.
It'll be 13 in March, I think.
Wow, my wife's mom, it'll be 12.
Maybe 14.
12 in March.
I'd have to ask my mom.
Right. Okay. I remember my dad passed away November 23rd, 2008. I remember it. Like, I remember the time of evening, probably about a little after midnight, was in the hospital. But yeah, I remember dates and crazy stuff like that, though, numbers and stuff. But pertaining to what GP said, I don't know how y'all did it out in Bath. Was the same, man. Like, in the Lyman City schools, like I went to Roosevelt and West in Lyman Senior. But when we was in elementary school, man, we would go home from school, do our chores, do our homework. Then by 5 o'clock, we going back to the school. Everybody met up on the playground to play on the playground till like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Then you had to go back home for the evening. But like the neighborhood kids from school, like everybody would come play at the playground.
It's funny because we used to, like, with that kind of stuff, we would go to Caro if we were doing that. We'd ride our bikes out to Caro.
Now I remember Caro. How far? That's a far ride, isn't it? Like about 8 miles?
No, it's not 8, but it was like 3 miles probably.
Okay.
But there was an overpass involved. That was the rough part. If you go there, you'd be all excited to go there, right? Then you play basketball for about 2 hours, and then bike back. And that bike back after playing a couple hours of basketball going up over that overpass was different than when you were going out there. It was rough.
Right. Did Tim do that with you? I mean, Mr. Woodsey says he can tell you were raised well. So shout out to Mama Darlene and Mr. Harriet.
I got pretty fortunate in the parent drawings.
Yeah, how unlucky were they?
It's not always reciprocating. You know what I mean? Sorry, Mom.
Right. Man, but I said, did Tim said 14 years, bro? What's he talking about there?
Oh, hey, see? Oh, mom still loves her boy. That was my birthday card this year.
Okay, your mom sent me a great card too after my kidney transplant.
Yeah, she's good people.
She always been a good card picker outer.
Just thoughtful in general. Any of that kind of stuff.
Right. No, I know that, but I mean, like, the card was very applicable, and some people just buy a card. Some people look for cards, right?
No, she's good with cards, good with gifts, all that stuff. She makes it's personal normally,
right? Which makes it even better. But yeah, man. So to talk about some football real quick. Well, what have you thought about, to keep it AFC North related? We'll talk about this, then we'll get started with assessing some of the AFC North games. The quarterback playing the AFC North this year. Like you got the two best quarterbacks, Burrow and Lamar Jackson, have had injury plague years, to say the least.
Yeah.
Their teams haven't performed up to expectations. The Browns browned. I mean, they got rid of Joe Flacco, sent him to you guys. They went with Dylan Gabriel, and now are playing Shedeur Sanders. The Steelers brought in the 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers, who's now 42, Mason Rudolph. Lamar Jackson's backups were Cooper Rush and then Tyler Huntley. So what do we think about? Which one of those rooms would you want to talk about first? Because I got their statistics for the quarterback position.
I mean, you want to talk about the messiest room would be the Cleveland Browns.
All right, let's
I
talk
mean, they
about the
need to clean
Browns.
their
Then.
room up a little bit.
So this is what we got from the Browns QB position this year. You can go ahead and just now. I don't know how much of Joe. I bet a lot of Joe Burrow's numbers are with the Bengals.
Joe Flacco's, yeah.
Joe Flacco's
sure.
numbers with the Bengals.
For sure.
But so as a collective, well, what do you think? This is to date. I mean, yeah, Joe Flacco's numbers got a lot of them got to be with the, but neither.
What this demographic here is showing us is, obviously Flacco, most of his 2,400 yards are going to be with the Bengals, 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. QBR at 41. You got Dylan Gabriel, 937 yards, 7 TDs and 2 picks, 31 QBR. Then you got Shedeur Sanders, 946 in yardage, 5 touchdowns, 6 picks, and 17 QBR. What all of that tells me is they haven't found their answer.
Right.
That's it. And Dylan Gabriel, 7-2, a good ratio. But a lot of that is because there's a whole lot of dink and dunk. You know what I mean?
That's true. There was when he was in offense.
Yeah, he wasn't pushing the ball down the field. At least Shedeur Sanders has made some splash plays. And then had a really terrible week last week. But I don't think they have their guy. That's all that tells me is they're going to be drafting again next year.
Well, currently right now the Browns are in the fourth position for the draft. We'll have the 4th pick if the draft were right now. So you think with their first pick they go quarterback? You think they got to? You think they bring in another bridge guy and strengthen the team? Because they got 2 first-round picks. They got Jacksonville's first-round pick too. Well, what do you think they do?
Here's the hard part to me. I've always thought this way, is looking at it from a GM perspective, is if you are you got the 4th overall draft pick in the league, if you get a bridge quarterback, you have a good defense, you have a young running back that looks good. So if you improve a little bit, you're not going to have the 4th pick the following year, right? So you get a bridge quarterback into the following year, and now you're picking 17th, 19th. You may not get your guy, right? So if you have a guy that you really like at pick 4, take him. If he goes off the board before that, because you're probably looking at a Jets team that's going to draft a quarterback. Raiders may. So you're going to have some of those guys, some of the top draft choices that may go in front of you. So if you've only got 2 guys that you got graded at a pick there at 4 at quarterback, and it goes, fine. Go get somebody else. But if not, you got to get your quarterback. If you got one that you would take at 4, you need to take him.
Well, to me, what I think is coming out of this year's draft, I think a lot of guys are going back to school, right? I think Mendoza.
Manning.
Yeah, I think Mendoza and Dante Moore, if he comes out, are the 2 top quarterbacks. I'm not sure if another one is first round worthy. I think Ty Simpson, depending on what happens tonight, this playoff, I think he goes back to school too. What do you think about the potentially available quarterback? Because the Steelers are in the quarterback market too, or will be. What do you think about the potential quarterbacks coming out this year?
I thought we thought it was a lot better at the beginning of the year.
We did.
But how much of that is the play of the teams and things that happen ancillary around them? That's what you got to do when you're evaluating and sifting through it. Like Lenore Sellers is a great example to me at South Carolina. Had a very disappointing year, but I still think he's going to be a good pro. You know what I mean? I'm not giving up on that guy yet. I just think he got injured, worked his way back. The team underperformed, but his good is real good.
His good can be real good. And what I think happens, a few guys may want to go now, But I think next year's quarterback class will be strong because this year's underperformed. So
Yeah.
you got the guys that would have came out
Well,
next year, and you have the guys that should have came out this year that are now going to come out next year.
and I think if you look at the second half of the year, what Manning has done, I think he started figuring out the speed of the college game,
I agree too.
processing better. So I think he'll have a big year next year. He may be I might put a little futures bet on him for Heisman.
Nah, that sounds like a solid.
But does somebody look at Garrett Nussmeier and say he just was in a bad situation, no run game, they keyed on him, blah 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 blah. I think I can work with him. Now, does that mean he's first round talent? No, but can you work with him?
You talk about for this year or for next?
I think is he going to go out this year? I think he's going out this year, isn't he?
I think he's going to transfer.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, because he's clearly played himself out the first round. To me,
yeah.
I mean, and if you go back to LSU with Lane Kiffin, you should have a better year, and you're going to get paid probably $4 million to stay at school.
I would do that. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd take $4 million to stay somewhere.
That's how I'm looking at it. I mean, because probably the quarterback I probably was highest on. I mean, there was a lot of talk about Arch Manning, and I would have been, but I thought Arch just wasn't ready. I thought maybe one more year would benefit him anyway, like one more year after this year. But I was really high on Cade Klubnik, man. He total failure. I liked him going into the year. I did. I like the boy from Arizona State, Sam Levitt.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, so I think there's going to be some guys next year. It could be like a 8 to 10 strong quarterback draft, and I bet if it plays out like I'm seeing it right now, I can see 10 quarterbacks going in the first 2 rounds next year. I can see that.
You got people that need them.
Yeah. But so back to the North's quarterbacks, and we're gonna take a quick break. Let's talk about the Bengals quarterback room real quick, man. I'll let you talk about that and just tell what you thought about it. What's the latest on Joe Burrow, man? Because I hate the national media, man. The national media never knows what's going on. They go big picture, and I know you guys running through the jungle, and you personally being a Bengal fan, you guys follow the stuff much more closely, have much more intel, and got sources on the ground, but you listen to the people on the ground. Mm-hmm. The national media don't have time to even listen to the people on the ground. They're just saying what they see, big picture. Oh, he said this at this press conference. And, so I don't really pay. Same thing with the Steelers stuff. I don't pay attention to them. But the Bengals quarterback numbers this year, I don't know how many games Joe Burrow played or Joe Flacco played, but your boy Jake Browning was not really good when he was in there.
Burrow played almost 4.
Okay.
And had 950 yards, 8 touchdowns, 4 picks, 56 QBR. Jake Browning, 770 yards, 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, QBR 33.8. And then Flacco, same stats, 2,400, 15, 10, 41. So, I mean, obviously, it's not a great year. And Joe Burrow was hurt for most of it. But when he's been in, I thought he played well. You know what I mean? And until last week. And I think a lot of that just because of where he's at in mental space. If any of you listened to Running Through the Jungle this past week, I was critical of Joe Burrow for the first time in his career.
What'd you say about
him? When he's not a leader of the team, he is the leader of the team. And although you may be struggling with some stuff and you may be down, I don't want my leader being Eeyore energy. You know what I mean? I would rather have the leader of the team pissed off when they're playing bad and when things aren't going right and whatever. At least front facing. Go back to your your support system. And have your downtime and your troubles and woes with your support system, not at the press conference and not with the team. Team needs you to be the alpha male, like not the Eeyore.
Right. No, I completely agree. I completely agree. Yeah, some the past 2 weeks. I mean, I don't think he's done with football, right? I mean, to me, it's national me talking about he could pull an Andrew Luck and retire. But if you were doing that, why work to get back from injury and put yourself out there to play if you don't want to
Well,
play the game?
so when he was interviewed the week before the Thanksgiving game against the Ravens, when we beat the Ravens, um, they asked him why rush back. The team's not playing well, not doing well, yada yada yada, and he said, we get paid to play a kid's game, and I love this game, and I got to be there for my teammates, and da 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 da. And he rushes back, he wins, great press conference afterwards, all that kind of stuff, and then fast forward after a bad loss where against the Buffalo Bills, when there's still hope alive for the Bengals, and he threw back-to-back picks. That's
Yeah,
when he got down. He's never done anything like that. It's never been his fault. You know what I mean? So that's where I think it went sideways for him a little bit. But if you ask me, I said what he is setting the play setting here to lean on the ownership and front office to make changes. He's like indirectly talked about the scouting department and the players and putting the players in different situations, all this other stuff. When you look at our scouting department, we have 2 full-time scouts. The Philadelphia Eagles have 14. There's a reason why they have a really good, young, cheap defense, and the Bengals do not, because they put the emphasis on picking those spots right and scouting those spots right, and even the pickups that they have on the free agent market. They get good value for guys that fit their system.
right. Great one says you think Burrow asked for a trade, or you think if he puts pressure on them to make changes in the organization, that'll be enough. And does one of those changes mean Zach Taylor could be gone?
He did say that he thought coaching was putting him in a good spot. I don't know. I hope he doesn't say the same thing behind closed doors, because I don't think he is. But I will say this. I think Joe Burrow said that he's not leaving Cincinnati. He told The Athletic in an interview he didn't want to leave Cincinnati. He's from that area. That's been his team his whole life. You know what I mean? I think he's legitimately trying to make changes to his hometown team to make them better for the long haul. And hopefully they listen to him, man.
Okay. All right, we'll go to the Ravens quarterback room real quick. Lamar Jackson's probably missed about 4 full games, maybe 5. It's surprising to see his numbers what they are, man. I mean, from a TD interception standpoint, that QBR, I mean, he's actually not looking that bad. But I guess when you're coming off maybe 3 potential MVP type seasons in a row, and this is what you have, it looks different, right? I've heard speculation and rumors about Lamar may want out of Baltimore. That he wants to go home and play at Miami potentially is some of the chatter I've heard. But as far as that, B Dirt in the Ravens quarterback room, as you see it right there with Cooper Rush, who they got from Dallas last year, who I didn't really think fit the system. I think
No.
Tyler Huntley made a Pro Bowl as the backup to Lamar a few years back. I
Yep.
mean, so he should have been the guy to me. But what do you think about the Ravens QB room?
Again, Lamar Jackson, hamstring injury, and his dynamic playmaking ability is what separates him from a good quarterback to a great back-to-back MVP quarterback. Without that, and I don't know that it's because he can't do it, but he's reluctant to do it because of soft tissue injuries and other things. And it makes him, it seems like it messes with his decision making a little bit. He's not playing his natural game, if you would. He's trying to
Yeah,
overthink it a little bit.
I think he has to overthink because he's thinking about does he have the wheels and the health to get away?
Yeah.
So now what used to be just natural to
Yeah.
just make a play, take off, use your athleticism, that kind of has been that fire's been dampened a little bit in his game.
Yeah. And I think it takes him still a good quarterback, but that QBR is 13th in the league. I mean,
Right. Not
that's
great.
not great. You know, I mean, that's good.
Right.
Top he's in you know, he might be still in the top third. He's definitely in the top half, but he's not on Mount Rushmore at the moment, which he has been for I don't know, past 5 years, probably.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Four for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, and before we go to break real quick and start talking about the matchups in the AFC North. The Steelers QB room, man.
Um, you know, you and I talked about it going into this. We're going to Mason Rudolph, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 36.8 QBR, and a photograph that looks like a little bit like a pirate. And then Aaron Rodgers, about 2,600 yards, 22 TDs, 7 picks, 43 on the QBR. A little low.
That's the best Steelers quarterback numbers in the past 5 or 6 years. Right now, with 3 games left.
A little low on the QBR, right?
Yeah.
But we talked about it going into the season and why I thought, you know, he actually might be a good fit even with his age. We knew he wasn't going to set the world on fire most of the time, but 22 touchdowns and 7 interceptions with the way the Pittsburgh Steelers play football, that could be effective.
Right.
You had a few games there in the middle of the season where the defense seemed to lose their way, and that looked a little ugly. But when they're playing the way they play complementary football, 22-7 will get you a lot of dubs.
Yeah, I don't think they had 22 last year with Russ and Justin Fields. Like as a collective for the season, I don't think they had 22. Or maybe just 22. Like if you add them up, maybe just 22. But my thought is, as far as Aaron Rodgers goes, I think we saw Mason Rudolph, and a lot of Steeler fans, Yens people out there were clamoring for Rudolph to get opportunity and stuff. Rudolph is what he is. He's a solid backup. I don't even think he's a very, very good backup anymore. I think he's a solid backup. That's what he is. Mm-hmm. That's who he is. But Aaron Rodgers, the difference in the offense to me is his decision making, the trust they have in him and his ability to read and recognize defense and change plays in line of scrimmage and get guys in the proper situation. And what he does most for the offense is he typically, more than not, keeps them ahead of schedule, right?
Yeah.
Keeps them ahead of schedule. Justin Fields and Russell Wilson took way too many sacks last year, and their completion percentage was not good. Maybe for Russell it was decent, but it was a lot of bailout dink and ducks for Russell last year. Aaron Rodgers will throw some dink and dunks, but he throws them like where guy has time to make a play, right?
Yep.
He knows when to go ahead. Okay, it's time to get this out to the guy because my first read, second read, third read not there. Here, take this, Kenny Gainwell, right? Mm-hmm. That's how I see it. So he keeps them ahead of the sticks. I think that's a good thing for an inexplosive offense like the Steelers. You have to stay on schedule because if you go 2nd and 14, oh, you're in trouble now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I see that going. So I think he's done a little better than expected because I think a lot of us didn't know what Aaron Rodgers was going to get. I think he's further removed from that Achilles he had his first game with the Jets than last year with the Jets, which is like a whole season of trying to get reestablished, playing the game again and getting used to be on the football field after missing probably 18 months of playing football, right?
Yeah.
So I think he's playing well. Go ahead.
I think the only as far as over expectations, the only thing that I've been down about Aaron Rodgers this season is sometimes his yelling at guys is borderline pouting to me, and that's annoying. Other than that, I think he's played up to expectation, about where I thought he'd be.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but I don't agree with you. I think I get it because when he was in Green Bay and everywhere else, the Jets, not so much the Jets because he had 18 years in Green Bay, right? I think a lot of that is not viewed like that by his teammates, though. I think when you're now, because I was outside looking at he's in Green Bay. Oh, what a crybaby! Like what he said about Mike Williams, who later came to the Steelers last year from the Jets. He kind of threw him under the bus. But
I'm not saying he's a bad locker room guy. He just annoys me.
okay, well, yeah, that's what it was with me. But now that he's in Pittsburgh and I see what he does, I see what his teammates think about him. Because, like I said, when you pay attention to a team, like I saw it in Green Bay, I saw the optics didn't look good, but I didn't know what his teammates necessarily thought about him, or why he was doing what he was doing. But it kind of paints a new picture for me now that he's in your team's building. You hear about him, you see press conferences all year long, all that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, everybody, if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for tapping in with us. This is the Homies early on a Friday evening. We're going to take our first break. We're not going anywhere if you're watching on YouTube. If you listen to audio platform, we're going to have to hear a few words from our partners and advertisers. We'll be right back after this. We'll break down the AFC North games. Then, hopefully by that, Pay will be here when we start to make our picks. So this break right here, come back, break down those games quickly, and get on to our picks and show you where we stand currently, through week 15. Yeah, through week 15, going into week 16. So be right back after this break. Stay with us on the Homies Friday early evening. And we're back on Homies Friday night. You got your boy Tate and the homie B Dirt in the building. Just talking about some stuff. We talked about the college football playoffs during the first segment. We talked about the AFC North quarterbacks. We appreciate everybody that's tapped in. We appreciate all that. B Dirt, let's talk about the first game. I believe the Browns are hosting Buffalo, or are they going to Buffalo?
Hosting
Buffalo. So the game's in Cleveland. Yeah, man. Real quick, we won't spend a lot of time in this game. I think the Bills might have turned a corner last week, coming back against the Patriots. I think they're probably feeling good about themselves right now. Got their mojo back. Patriots play the Ravens this weekend. We'll talk about that game in a second too. The Patriots could lose, the Bills could win, and it could be real tight in that AFC East, right? The Browns have to play defense and run the ball, and you can do that against Buffalo. You can have success running the ball with Quinshon Judkins and Sampson, the dude from Tennessee, the young guy from Tennessee, and you can maybe get to Josh Allen with that Myles Garrett pass rush. And Josh Allen can take some sacks because he tries too much to keep plays alive. So maybe Myles Garrett breaks the record this weekend. I don't know. But, yeah, man, so how that game plays out, I think Buffalo comes out and just puts 20, 21, 24 on the board quick. It's going to be tough for the Browns. So that's how I see that game going. Buffalo put points on the board fast. Cleveland try and slow them down and run the ball and play good physical defense because they don't have many threats on the outside. Focus on stopping Josh Allen and baby Cook, James Cook. And you could potentially find a recipe to win. Your thoughts on this game, B Dirt?
Listen, I took the Bills last week, and they had a tremendous comeback to beat the New England Patriots. But they have played with their food at times this year. They've gotten beat by the Dolphins. They got beat by the Falcons, by the Texans. They've had some games that you're left scratching your head. And then you start looking at styles make fights. The Bills, since Ed Oliver's been out, have been real suspect to running in the middle of the field. North and south runners tend to do really well against them. And I think that's a Judkins specialty, you know what I mean? Right. So if they're able to run the ball effectively and they're able to play good defense, I mean, 10.5 is an interesting line on this game, but it's just a weird matchup for them, I think. The one thing I don't know about, are the Cleveland Browns checked out? Are they talking to the travel agents? You know what I mean?
Well,
That's-
it's funny. It's funny you said that because I had this for the Browns and for the Bengals.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Bring it up. 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
So yeah, they could be making travel plans. B Dirt.
Pay that man his money.
The homie Pay has joined us, has graced us with his presence. He's made it. Businessman taking care of business. So we respect that, Pay. You have a job to do. We can certainly appreciate it. But now that you're here, man, we won't waste your time talking about the Browns and Bills. We'll just let you make that pick. But we'll let you start off talking about what you think about the Ravens against the Patriots game this week, man.
You cut out for a second. You said Bills and Browns, or
We won't waste your time talking about
okay.
the Browns. You can say what you want to say about that when we make our picks. But what do you think about how do you see the Patriots Ravens game matchup going?
As we said on Pay Dirt, man, I don't want no parts of this game. The Ravens always seems to they've been playing for their season quite often this season, right? And they haven't done well. The Patriots, they want to bounce back from that loss they had against the Bills last week, and it stands to be seen if they actually have that in them as a bounce back team. I know they're a pretty young team, but they've got a lot of mature leadership. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure if they can actually bounce back, but I am sure about one thing: this ain't the Ravens season. I'm sure about that. The Ravens lose this game pack them up.
Dig it. B Dirt or Pay. Jaime got a question for it. I'll let one of you guys answer. Why don't we do overtime anymore?
Shh, Jaime.
We thought nobody noticed.
Damn, Jaime, you gotta put us out on blast like that.
It was B Dirt's fault, Jaime.
Listen, it is me. It's me. I'm good with that. You see what happened, Jaime, is I got married this year. And now I have a young lady that would like some of my time on Friday night after working all week. So that's why I chose let's not poke the bear. Now we have talked about doing going into the playoffs, doing I don't know, we could do an NBA midseason, do an overtime. There's things we could do here and do them periodically, but not do them as often.
Maybe commit to once a month. We'll talk about it.
Quarter.
Thanks for missing it, Jaime. Thanks for bringing it up because
quarter. Sorry, something there.
B Dirt votes for once every 3 months. Wow. But hey, man, B Dirt, what are your thoughts on the Ravens versus Patriots, man?
Oh, I was 100% in Pay's camp with this one. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, no thank you. It's going to be a weird matchup, man. The Ravens are favored by 3. The Patriots have showed a little chink in the armor, if you would. Can you say that anymore? I don't know what that means.
I don't know if you can say that, D.
I don't know. We'll have to Google it.
Yeah, we got to Google that. Well, you know what? I take that back. We voted for us to be able to say that. Go on.
Okay.
What's wrong with chink in armor?
I don't know.
I guess be careful.
So what I'm seeing here, again, styles make fights. You're going to see a lot of throwing to tight ends here from Lamar Jackson, and I think that's kind of a weakness here with Buffalo Bills. I don't think their safeties have been very good at guarding over the middle. So I'm
a weakness of the Patriots.
A weakness of the Patriots guarding with their safeties. Yeah, so I think the tight ends might be the key here. But again, if we see the best of Lamar Jackson, I think they win.
I won't even comment on this game. I'll just ask you guys a question, then we'll move on to the Bengals playing
Dolphins in Miami.
Dolphins, yeah, in Miami. But so who plays best? Drake May or Lamar Jackson in this game? Who plays best? Who do you trust more going into this game?
Man, it's a tough question for Pay.
Right.
You asked him Lamar Jackson. He's been ride or die with him for a few years now, and now you asked him to turn on one of his North Carolina Tar Heels. I don't know if he can do it.
Hey, B. Hey, slow down.
Speaking of which, Pay, I asked for the points for that wager we made. But
Suck a bet.
A retroactive bet? Wow. Have we ever seen something like that? Sucker move. Anyway,
that's what prompted it. Be Dirt interfering in our bet amongst each other.
I didn't interfere. I just commented on it. You can go on your phone and make that bet and get points, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Drake May. I'm gonna take Drake May. Lamar has looked better as of late, but in these big games, quote unquote, it's not clicking yet. It's okay. It's okay. Every year don't have to be your year. It's okay. And it's just it ain't the year for him right now.
Right. Okay. B Dirt, Drake May or Lamar Jackson? Who you trust more in this game?
This season, you gotta go with Drake May right now. So proven otherwise.
I'd agree. I'd even say this like a playoff atmosphere, right? Especially for the Ravens. And I don't think the Patriots want to fall back and lose a division because they could go from hosting a playoff game to being on the road. And if they lose to Baltimore, they could be on the road in Baltimore for a first-round game, right? But I would say Drake May don't have no playoff experience, and Lamar Jackson don't have no playoff success. So between the two, which way do you go, right?
In a playoff scenario? Well, I guess this is a playoff scenario.
That's what I'm getting at, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
do you trust the naivety of Drake May, or do you trust the experience but not winning experience so much for Lamar Jackson? But he's been in those games before.
I would have to side. Vrabel did beat Lamar in the playoffs before, so let me pull out the Lee Corso, not so fast. I'm gonna go with Lamar in that situation. If do or die, Lamar has been there, done it. He knows how to prep for these type of things. He's lost to teams that were in some cases better than his team. And Harbaugh, come on now. Harbaugh's proven he's got it done. Vrabel, not as much, and Drake May definitely not at all.
Oh yeah, Drake May not at all. I think the Harbaugh Vrabel comparison is a close one. B Dirt, your thoughts one last time on this game. As far as Lamar Jackson does have the experience, but like I said, not successful experience. Lamar Jackson has lost playoff games in the tough AFC to better quarterbacks. He's lost to Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes like multiple times. And now the question is, Drake May the better quarterback?
I trust him more this year until proven otherwise. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. And the running backs, like Travion Henderson's been coming on strong. Looking good. Derrick Henry has been getting 100 yards rushing on 11 carries. It's wild. You got to get him some more carries.
It's wild that they don't go to him.
Yeah,
as much. When that's the recipe to their success, I believe. But all right, B Dirt, quickly the Bengals and Dolphins. What do you think about this game? The Bengals got shut out last week. Is that Burrow's first time being shut out as a starting quarterback?
I don't know. I doubt it.
I would say it is. I don't know, but Burrow puts points on the board even when he was young. But and the Dolphins played in Pittsburgh and lost. This game is in Miami, so I'm looking for T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, because T. Higgins is questionable, so I think he'll maybe play. But what are you thinking about this game, B Dirt?
I don't think T's gonna play.
You don't think he's gonna play? Okay.
No. We will get Shamar Stewart back though. And our defensive line's been coming around a little bit, so that can't hurt. Neither one of these teams have anything to play for. Miami is benched Tua, and they're going to go with Ewers, so young man out of Texas via the Ohio State University. Thought I'd give that to you. Say that way for you.
Appreciate it, man. You never say that about Joe Burrow though. But go ahead.
No, because Joe Burrow.
You want to give us Ewers, but you won't give us Joe Burrow credit.
Well, it's because of the way Joe Burrow said it when he was interviewed. He was interviewed and he said, "I went to school at Ohio State. I played football at LSU."
Okay.
That's the way he wants to be known. Who might argue with him?
Okay.
But yeah, so I think neither one of these teams have anything to play for, but because of the trials and tribulations of what Joe Burrow is going through and how they've looked the past 2 weeks, I think you'll see the Cincinnati Bengals bite down on the mouth guard a little bit. I think Jamar Chase has made some comments about uplifting, never having to uplift Joe Burrow's spirits before and being in a weird place. I think it might help this team come together a little bit, play a little bit harder. I'll know that the team in Miami dislike Tua. They seem to get along with him, whatever, but so I don't know that that's going to be a big spark. And if you look at it, over since the merger, when a rookie makes his first start, they win about 32% of the time. In the past 5 years, they're going into this season, they're 9 out of 10 first-time rookie starters had lost. Tate, do you know who the only rookie starter to win his first game was?
Shedeur Sanders.
Not going into this season.
Going into this season, like, is there a time period?
2020 to 2025. There was 10 first-time starters.
It's Big Ben.
2020.
Oh, I thought you said 20. Okay,
2020 to 2025.
The only first-time quarterback to win their first start. Rookie quarterback to win their first start.
I'll give you
Don't give me a hint. I know what it is already.
What is it?
Go ahead. Give me the hint then.
Pay knows.
You guys talked about it already on something. Give me money.
No. Pay knows.
I don't know. Rookie quarterback.
Why would Pay know if I didn't tell him?
Because it's Caleb Williams.
There we go.
Context clues. Context clues, America.
Got it. Caleb Williams. So for that reason and that reason.
What about JJ McCarthy? Does he not qualify?
No, going into this season, and JJ wasn't a rookie when he made his first start.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, okay, I got you.
But that is going into the season. 9 out of 10 had lost. I see Quentin Ewers is a little bit behind it, and I think the Bengals will come and play.
I think Quentin Ewers is behind it, but being behind it don't mean you're behind Tua. I think Quentin Ewers, his stature, his size, his release, I think he can make the offense better just from that standpoint. Not that he's going to win, but I think they'll play better because Tua, I believe, is got like scared to be hit syndrome. And
one of the issues that Ewers had though,
syndrome somewhere.
Yeah, he does. I think it starts with a C. I can't remember the other 2 letters. The thing with Ewers, like at Texas, took a lot of flack for being checked down Charlie and not pushing the ball on the field.
Well, that's what Tua does, and that's what the Dolphins' offense is kind of designed to do.
Yeah, but Waddle is not designed to do that. You got to take those shots every once in a while.
You do,
deep balls. So
you hit him on a crosser though.
I don't see a rookie quarterback going in there and being great. Now, if he's he's going to do it against the Bengals defense. They're pretty historically bad.
I'm only suggesting he plays better than Tua has been playing. That's the only thing I'm suggesting, even as a rookie in his first start. But real quick, the Steelers, then we'll get to the picks. Steelers go to Detroit to take on the Lions. I talked about this game on Tate's Take on the Know It Alls channel. Check that out. I'll kind of break down the game. I see this game being a tough game. The Lions have the highest scoring offense in the league. They have a two-headed monster at running back. We had June from the Bleachers and Speakers podcast on the Pump Your Brakes podcast with us Wednesday. The Bleachers and Speakers is the Detroit Lions Fans First Sports Network podcast. We talked about the game. You can go back and check that out. But I think the Steelers have to be able to possess time possession and take advantage of the depleted Detroit Lions secondary as they'll try and take advantage of our defensive injuries. TJ Watt probably is going to be out. Nick Herbie could be out. He practiced today. So we won't know till game time if he's going to play. But, yes, I think it's going to be a close game, a tight game. It's in Detroit. It's kind of been told to us that pressure Jared Goff up the middle. You can rally, but first you have to stop the run. If I'm going to make you beat me, Jared Goff is going to beat me. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, Sonic and Knuckles are not going to beat me. It's my thoughts on that game. You guys, quick thoughts on that game.
You said Herberg is back?
He practiced today.
Okay.
He hadn't practiced all week to today.
Well, it's the same situation for the Baltimore Ravens exists for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You already have that one up on Baltimore, so you definitely got to keep it going. Because you don't want to fall back. Because only one team coming out of that division, and it's playoff time. This will be, if they win this game, it will be 9 wins for the Steelers, right?
It will.
3 weeks ago, that 9 was looking pretty far away. So if the Steelers can go ahead and win this game, and what would that be? 3 wins in the last 4 weeks. You start to feel a little bit different about them.
I'd be three wins in a row and beating the Ravens and the Lions. 2, I think, are talented teams, if not playing well. But yeah,
they go ahead and do that. You start to feel a little bit different about this team. You can actually start feeling like, you know what, this team has a shot in the postseason. They're
in the game anyway. Because
yeah,
it'd be a home playoff game, and you play either Drake May or maybe Herbert or CJ Stroud or somebody like that at home.
And I think we talked about this on Pay Dirt. I'm not fading the Steelers in any of those matchups. No, it wasn't Pay Dirt. It was on the NFC North Roundtable. If Pittsburgh Steelers host a playoff game, I'm not fading them against the Chargers or a rookie quarterback, anything like that. I like their opportunities there. So they got to keep winning, keep building that the belief in themselves, keep getting that winning motif, get that losing stuff taste out of your mouth. And hey, this week is a big test for that, because if you keep that back door open for the Ravens, anything goes.
Hey yo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, couple times. But yeah, real quick on the game, be there. We take our last break and get to the picks.
I'll keep it quick. Detroit at home on the turf. Track meet. I don't think the Steelers can score enough points to keep up with them. I got the Lions by 10.
Wow. You're making picks already, huh?
Wow.
Well, I didn't tell you what it was against the spread. I just, you know what?
But yeah, with that being said, we'll take our last break. We'll come back and get into the picks, the Pay Dirt portion of the show. Check out Pay Dirt on Wednesdays. Get some good information on games, but break down games. I won't say good betting information, just good information on games. So if you're watching on YouTube, if we're not going anywhere, we still got to do the picks. If you listen on audio platform, we need to take a break and hear a few words from our partners and advertisers. But stay tuned and listen to the last part of the show and get these picks. We'll be right back after this on the Homies Friday night. It's Friday night now, not Friday evening. So we'll be right back after this. And we're back on the Homies podcast, transition to our weekly picks. I'll put up the scores. We talked about, I got an error on the scorecard, but it can be quickly explain real quick.
Here's the thing. It's close. How about
It's
that?
close. Yeah.
The records are 103 and 105 for Tate, 105 and 103 for myself, and 104 and 104 for Pay.
That's what it should say.
That's what it should say. So
yeah.
we're real close.
B Dirt's at 50.5%. I believe Pay is at 50%. Yeah, 104, 104. Pay is at 50%, and I'm at 49.5%.
It's been a weird year though, Pay. If you've seen any of the national prognosticators that pick every game, there's only
I know it took a while for any of these teams to actually tell you if they were good or bad. So I understand. It's been a weird week.
Some weird
upsets.
I'm
still calling them trash.
There's still some weird upsets. There's only I was looking at it with a list that had like 20 some names on it. Only like 3 of them were above 50%. It's wild for national guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're at the 1 hour mark. So let's do this a little bit semi rapid fire. I'm going to go here. Start off with you, Pay. Eagles at the Commies. If you listen to Pay Dirt, you got this at +6.5, but now it's Commies +7 over under 44.5. Who you got? Eagles at Commies.
I got Eagles 30-7. Commanders passing defense terrible. Jaden Daniels ruled out for the remainder of the season, and don't look now. AJ and Jalen Hurts, they figuring some things out. He's got 3 consecutive games receiving, 100 yards receiving. Give me the Eagles.
All right, Tate, who you got?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a fine, and after he's done paying that, we'll find out who he's going to take.
Wow, big fine. I feel like we wasting time finding me. Just saying, the Eagles get it right this week. They get it going. They play the Commanders. They have a tough game next week against Buffalo. That one will be a tough one. They play the Commanders again. So whatever the Eagles' record is, 9-5 now, they at least get to 11 wins because they're going to beat the Commanders both times. I'm picking for that week too. So give me the Commanders. If I'm picking the score, Pace at 30-7, I'll say 27-14, but they cover.
The Eagles have struggled this year against teams that have 2 or 3 good weapons and pass defense or pass offense. I don't think this Commanders team has that. They ran the ball good last week, but the Eagles are great against the run, so I'm going to take the Eagles as well. All right, Tate. Packers at the Bears. Packers +1.5 over under 46.5. Who you got, Tate?
This is a tough one, man, because the Bears have been playing really good. To put some respect on the Bears' name, they're one of the better teams in the NFC. I picked the Packers to win the division. I actually got a bet with somebody that picked the Lions, so I need the Packers to win the division because it doesn't pay if the Lions or the Packers don't win. So no hate against the Bears. I think they can win at home. But I think the Packers are going to miss Micah Parsons, but the Bears' strength is the run game, right? And Micah Parsons is not strong against the run. So I'm going to take Jordan Love in this game because he's a little more experienced in big games. And I got the Packers winning 23-20.
I was going to take the Bears unless you took the Bears, in which case I knew I could be a lone wolf here. I would have took the Packers. But I'm going to take the Bears here. I think they're going to run the ball very effectively against the Packers. Pay, who you got?
I'm going to give you a sneak preview of the preview that's coming out on the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel tomorrow morning, fresh out as soon as you roll out your bed, live. I'm taking the Bears 31-21. Reason being, the Bears were the best team in the last time they seen each other 13 weeks ago. They were the best team the last 17 minutes of that game. Caleb was the best player in that game the last 17 minutes of that game. What's going to happen this time? Caleb is going to he's going to start the game as the best player and finish it that same way. Go Bears.
All right. I'll start off with the Bills at the Browns. Brown +10.5. Over under 41.5. Oh, this is a tough game for me. It could be a throttling, but I like the Browns to keep it closer. I'm a sucker for the hook. I'm going to take the Browns +10.5. Pay, who you got?
Ooh, you took the Browns, huh? Sneaky.
How about it?
Yeah. Give me the Bills. Similar score to what that Bears game, 31-13.
All right, Tate. Bills at the Browns. Browns plus 10.5. Who you
We
got?
talked about this game. We broke down the AFC North matchups. I think it's a matter if the Browns can run the ball and slow the Bills down, or can the Bills just run out and put 21 on the board quick? I'm going to take the latter. The Bills put 21 on the board quick. It's trouble for the Browns. Bills win and cover the 10.5. I say 27-10.
All right. Pay, we're going to go to you in a division no one wants to win. The Bucks are at the Carolina Panthers. Panthers plus 3, home dogs, over under 45.5. Who you got, Pay?
Not only do I need this for some gambling situations and a fantasy league, but I need the Buccaneers to go ahead and score a lot of points. Give me Bucks 23, Carolina 17.
All right. Tate, Bucks at Panthers. Panthers plus 3. Who you got?
Panthers plus 3, man. I just believe in Baker. Mike Evans is back. He looked good last week. I feel like they gave that game away against Atlanta. I think the offense gets going against Carolina, and I'm going to take the Bucks to win the game 31-20.
Clean sweep. I think this is a get right game, and I think the Bucks do BTA. Tate, you got the Chargers plus 1.5 at the Cowboys. Over under 49.5. Who do you got?
I think the Cowboys' offense is going to be explosive. George Pickens gets his head back in the game. CeeDee Lamb. Cowboys are playing for pride at this point. They're not mathematically dead, or are they? But at any rate, I think the Chargers had trouble scoring. You know, they've won some games, like when they beat Philly, and who they played was the Philly game won last week. It was last week on Thursday night, wasn't it? Yeah, man, I'm going to take Dallas. I think Dallas scores too many points.
Not so fast, my friend. That's a rejoin there. I listen. I think the Chargers defense has been playing great. They've been getting more pressure on the quarterback as of late, and because of that, I like the Chargers here to win this one outright. Give me the Chargers. Pay. Who you got?
Give me the Chargers 24-20.
All right. I have the Bengals at the Dolphins. Dolphins plus 4.5. Over under 47.5. Like I said earlier, rookie quarterback making his first start. Picking the Bengals on that principle mainly. Pay. Bengals, Dolphins plus 4.5. Who you got?
If I've said it once, I've said it twice. Beware the rookie, the surprise quarterback start in the middle of the week. Why would I give any deference to the Cincinnati Bengals defense? Experienced quarterback or inexperienced quarterback? I'm gonna take the Dolphins. Give me Dolphins 24-20.
All right. Tate, Bengals at the Dolphins plus 4.5.
Yeah, I think it's some turmoil in the Bengals building from the outside. I think the Dolphins can run the ball. They're going away from Tua. I think the Dolphins will be trying to play with a lot of energy for Ewers, the new guy, and try and just get a W. McDaniels still coaching for his job. So even though you slip up against the Steelers, they have won 4 straight. You want to be able to say we won 5 out of the last 6 as you go into the end of the season. You want to keep that going. So I'm going to take the Dolphins getting 4.5, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right. So I got the Bengals. I got the Dolphins covering, but I think the Bengals win the game. I think it's probably like 24-21 field goal game.
All right. Pay, you have the Vikings at the Giants. Giants plus 2.5, over under 43.5. Who you got?
The Giants are playing for that first overall pick. They ain't got time to play with their food. The food being bad. Vikings, a third straight good game for JJ McCarthy, coming right up. I got Vikings 35, Giants 10.
All right. Tate, Vikings at Giants plus 2.5. Who you got?
Yeah, I got the Vikings, man. The Vikings, he probably had his best game. He played with some of that wee boy swag. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Vikings, man. I think Brian Flores gets to Jackson Dart, and Jackson Dart might get hurt if he keeps trying to run through these defenses.
I like that portion of it. I also like the Giants have been really porous on runs outside of the A gaps. So you get outside of those A gaps. I think this is a great matchup for Aaron Jones. I think he finally gets it going. I like his plus 60 prop bet too on yardage. I'm taking the Vikings as well. Tate, you have the Chiefs at the Titans. Titans plus 3 over under 37.5. Who you got?
This is a tough one, man. I really think it's going to be a competitive game. Garner Minshew, Patrick Mahomes not playing. Cam Ward might be the best quarterback on the field this week. I still got to believe the Chiefs got the heart of a champion, even though they're not good this year. I think they beat the Titans. It's going to be a close game, though. I think they beat them 21-17. Give me the Chiefs.
I'm gonna take the Titans.
I almost did, B-Dirt.
And it's a little hunch. I feel like it's gonna be a down time here for the Chiefs. Hey, who you got? Chiefs at Titans. Titans plus 3.
I'm taking the Titans. In fact, I go ahead and hit the sounder. I'm taking the Titans to win outright.
Hey yo.
Upset alert. I'll just say that. I got rid of the sound.
What?
Something like that.
Close enough.
All right. I have the Jets plus 6.5 at the Saints over under 40.5. Saints playing a little bit better of late, but I think we're going to see a touchdown here by the Jets on special teams. I think special teams play is going to be really good for the Jets, and I think this Jets may win it outright. At least keep it to a field goal. I'm taking the Jets. Pay, who you got?
What's the line?
Jets plus 6.5 at the Saints.
Damn, the Saints ain't playing that good.
Is Tyrod Taylor playing though?
Yeah, you won't see Justin Fields play quarterback again until next year.
Cook could be playing though. Cook could be playing.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I just know it won't be Justin Fields. You won't see him again until he's the quarterback of the Falcons next year. But yeah, Saints being a 6-point fave against anybody is wild. But I'm gonna go ahead and take them. I'm gonna take the Saints by 10.
All right. Tate, tiebreaker. Jets plus 6.5 at the Saints. Who you got?
I'm never taking the freaking Jets. Never, ever. I'm going to go ahead and take the Saints. As a matter of fact, in the fantasy football playoff, the homie B Dirt is in there. Pay the defending champ. Don't get to defend his crown, much like the Chiefs had one of those years.
Three Pizza Hard.
But, yeah, man, I picked up the Saints defense, man, because I'm counting on the Jets offense being that trashy. So, B Dirt, if you're right, they got to get a special teams touchdown because the offense ain't doing much. Give me the Saints.
Oh,
by a touchdown. I won't say 10 like Pat. I'm not gonna jump out there like that.
All
7.
Right. Hey, you have a sneaky good game here. Jags plus 3.5 at the Broncos over under 47.5. Who you got?
Yeah, the Broncos are riding high. I don't think they're gonna lose a game until maybe the first round, their first game in the playoffs. I got the Browns. I mean the Broncos with another sneak win. Give me the Broncos.
They're so sneaky.
By 4.
All right. Tate, Jags plus 3.5 at the Broncos. Who you got?
Yeah, man, I'll take the Broncos too, man. I think that defense is too much. I think Trevor Lawrence the past month has been playing like the Trevor Lawrence we thought we were going to get, but we know that real Trevor Lawrence is in there somewhere. So I'm going to go Broncos defense, going to rattle him up, man, and stop Travis Etienne. But they did sign Jacoby Myers to a 3-year, $60 million contract extension today. But still, I got the Broncos.
I think the Jags are playing good. Their defense opportunistic as well. I'm taking the Jags. You know, I'm a sucker for that hook. Give me the Jags plus 3.5. All right. Tate, you have the Falcons at the Cards. Cards plus 3 over under 48.5. Who you got?
I got the Falcons, man. Kirk Cousins can score some points. Jacoby Brissett scores points because they have to abandon the game plan because they're usually down 24-0 in the first quarter. So he puts up numbers, empty calories. He's, yeah, just give me Atlanta. I think Raheem Morris is one of those coaches like Mike McD, nerd boy, per pay, is coaching for his job. So I got the Falcons, man.
Listen,
Bijan Robinson goes off.
I don't want to take the Cardinals, but I mean the left side of I don't want to take the Falcons, but the left side of the Cardinals line is beat up. I think they'll be able to get pressure on them. I'm taking the Falcons as well. The two teams I don't want to take. Pay Falcons at the Cards +3. Who you got?
We said the Falcons consistently never do what we want them to do. We said this last week, and that's exactly why I'm taking the Cardinals with Jacoby Brissett. Give me the Cardinals to win by 3.
I like the lone wolf play by you. I've got the Steelers +7 at the Lions over under 52.5. You already know Detroit versus everybody. Detroit by 10. Pay, who you got?
Detroit by 9. Jahmyr Gibbs, big game. If you watch Pay Dirt, you know why I say that.
Big game. Waterfall bet that over rushing total.
Hey, yeah.
Tate, Steelers +7. Why are you taking them?
Lone wolf. Because even if they beat us, they ain't gonna beat us by no 7.5 points. So I got the Steelers just to cover. I mean, it's gonna be a close game. And I think Aaron Rodgers is coming back. He didn't get to play in Chicago the last time. He might get to play in Detroit for the last time. And he's gonna leave his mark. Give me the Steelers. I got that game being the Steelers hold that offense down. 24-17. Flip it on them.
Detroit needs this game so they can get in front of the Packers because the Packers are making the playoffs.
Packers not making the playoffs?
Hey, now. Who said that? I didn't say
They
that.
said it. Okay.
So the Raiders at the Texans, largest spread of the week. Pay, you got this one. Raiders +14.5 at the Texans, over under 37.5.
Damn that hook. I do not believe the Texans can win by 15 or more. I got about 10-14. So that means I'm taking the Vikings and not the Vikings, the Raiders and the points.
All right. Tate, Raiders
Raiders in the points. Not giving no damn offense that they ain't even. The defense is great, but the offense ain't beat nobody by no damn 15 points. Give me the Raiders in the +14.
See, I think the Texans have started figuring some stuff out, man.
To the tune of 3 touchdowns? Well, 17 points? I don't think so.
40 against the 1 by 20 against the Cards. Are the Raiders better than the Cards or worse than the Cards or at home? I think they win by 17. Give it to me. I'm taking the Texans low wolf. Tate.
Ooh, it's a big number.
Piss off on the Raiders, man. Every time I've taken them this year, they just lay a goddamn
Every time everybody take them is what they do. When you take them, they beat the Patriots the first game of the year. They got one more win since then.
All right, Tate, you got the Patriots +3 at the Ravens, over under 49.5. A great game.
Oh, it's a tough one because I think it's going to be close. It's in Baltimore. That's why Baltimore's favored. It goes back to the Drake May Lamar Jackson question, right? We asked that when we broke down that game. I think Drake May's having a better year than Lamar Jackson. Drake May will finish higher in the MVP than Lamar Jackson. First time for everything. Give me the Patriots getting that run game going. Stevenson and Travion Henderson and Drake May making the right plays and using his legs when Lamar don't seem to be able to use his legs as much as he probably wants to. Patriots win for the outright to help the Steelers after they beat Detroit. Patriots win 24-16.
I just feel like the Ravens are really good at primetime games at home.
Yeah, that's why you guys beat the crap out of them on Thanksgiving in the primetime game at home.
That's
beat
true.
the crap out of them.
I don't know if it was that, but
32-14.
That's crap. That's some crap.
I'm gonna take the Ravens here against the Patriots. I think the Patriots beat a lot of teams that weren't very good. They only have one good win this year.
The Bills included. The Bills included.
That's the best game they've gotten, a W on here. I think it's the Patriots are on the right trajectory. Everybody got a little too excited too fast. Let's see them start beating some good teams. I'm taking the Ravens here. Pay, who you got? Tiebreaker. Patriots +3 at the Ravens.
Patriots by 4. Quote the Raven. Never more. Just for 2025. Just for 2025.
Lamar Jackson will be a Dolphin next year.
What?
Okay, we'll see.
All right, I'm taking the. Hold on a second. Let me dust.
He wants to go home, Pay.
Let me dust this thing off.
He ain't at that point of his career yet, but he just said, you know what, I'm gonna finish my career at the crib. He ain't there yet.
All right, so it was,
But two are done though.
that was the 119 mark on 12-19. Tate says that Lamar Jackson will be a Dolphin next year.
Yeah, so of all the teams in the North, we talked about AFC North. The Dolphins, the Baltimore's going to be the one to have a different quarterback and a different coach. The Bengals will have either a different coach, not a different quarterback.
And
the Steelers, believe I have both back, and the Browns will have maybe the 2 for 2. So we'll see.
All right, that's a lot to put on one receipt, but I got it. I have the 49ers at the Colts Monday Night Football in Indianapolis. Man, the only thing good about this game is at least you can get St. Elmo's, get a nice steak, shrimp cocktail while you're there. I think the 49ers are going to win this one handily. I think the 49ers giving up the points. Pay 49ers at the Colts plus 5.5. Who you got?
Did you know that if the 49ers went out and go mess around and go to the Super Bowl, they can play the Super Bowl at the crib?
The crib.
I think didn't they do that in the COVID year too? Yeah, they did that then. So if they went out. Yeah,
2021, the Rams were at the crib.
That was the Rams I was thinking about. Okay. If the San Francisco 49ers went out, they'll be the number 1 seed. They'll have all playoff games at the crib, and they'll have the Super Bowl at the crib. So they need to win out. And the Colts season is finito. The 49ers are winning this game at least. Rivers, come on, dog. The second you called him, you knew your season was done. 49ers by a touchdown.
Toddy. Tate, you going lone wolf on these Colts or 49ers?
The hook again?
5.5.
Yeah, I got the 49ers. Brock Purdy looked good last week. I'm counting on Brock Purdy in fantasy to have a big Monday night, bring my semifinal fantasy football team home to go to the championship and maybe play B-Dirt in the championship that week.
Hey now.
Yep, so I got the 49ers.
Gloves are off. I need Baker to come with it.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
How about last week starting McCarthy over Baker? How about that?
Did he do better? I thought it was like the same thing, close.
It was not. It was 6
wasn't?
points difference.
Okay, you needed that too. You know what? At one point when the Steelers game was going on, like when the Steelers went up 28-3, I looked at the score. You know, I was up by 1 point on you. Then the Steelers defense went into prevent mode, and that made them drop, and I lost.
Yeah.
I should never looked at it, but I literally was up 175 to 174 when they were up 28-3.
Yeah. Prevent you from beating me. That's what I do.
Yeah, man. But
all right, that's all, folks. That's all the picks.
That's it. Anything guys you gonna say? Let's pick the Alabama-Oklahoma game. I got Alabama by a touchdown.
I got the under.
I like the under. Oklahoma by 4. And if you listen to me on multiple different podcasts, I have picked a different team every time.
Yeah.
In this particular game, I have been all over the place.
Yep.
I'm just going to bet both teams. That way I say I won.
Yeah. See, Jaime's here in the rumor too. Put Jaime's name on the receipt with mine, Peter.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that. We saw that show. What was it, Ballers? Everybody want to play in Miami. Everybody want to go back to Miami. Lamar from there. I feel that. He just ain't at that point in his career yet. He just ain't there yet.
He's been doing a lot of pouting in Baltimore this year, man. I'm telling you, like sitting out of practices. Oh, I feel like I got the flu and stuff like that. There's something going on in Baltimore with Lamar Jackson and the coach. I don't know, but something's going on. That's all I'm saying.
They were negotiating a new contract, so you know how he get around contract time. So
how his mama get?
Yeah.
How his mama get? With that being said, y'all, we out here. We off to go watch football, some basketball for me. We got the fight tonight. B. Dirt says that Joshua knocking old boy out. Got football, 2 football games tomorrow. We got North Carolina basketball versus Ohio State. I need that point and a half. Let me know if I got it. And we out of here.
Sucker move.
Sucker move.
All right, I'll wait for your response in the text because mine is in the text. So with that being said, everybody, thanks for joining us this early episode. We actually went a little longer than usual, but we're an hour and 25, but we started early. So we off the airways at 7:05 tonight instead of coming on at 8 o'clock. So go enjoy your rest of your evening, your Friday night. And we see you guys. We'll talk about what we're going to do next week, but we'll let you know on one of our shows somewhere. We'll all let you know somewhere about next week.
I like the hat.
Yeah. What's it say?
Everything dope about America comes from Chicago.
Oh, I
it's
like
not
that too.
true, but it's a good hat.
Very true.
I like the hat too. But yeah, with that being said, everybody, Merry Christmas to all. Whatever holiday you celebrate around this time, whether it be Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate, enjoy. We see you next time. For the homies, we out. Peace.
Let's go.
Mamba out.
Y'all come back now. Here